Tempest
Ninja.
of the Gods. Runecraft. Let's go. World Wielder Ginger. Wait, is that some kind of jab?
That the gingers wield the world?
Is that a thing in Japan?
Gingers?
Yeah.
I think her name's Ginger.
I'll have to find out about that.
Well, let's not worry about that. That's what the card does.
Yeah, I think it has to do with the hair color.
Really?
A lot of text there. Hang on.
Okay.
Can attack the enemy leader, Alifores, and Hamlet Fanfare, Necromancy Enhancement. So you can't do anything when you play creatures. So it makes all your followers free. When you play them, you just can't do anything. So they gotta be big stats, right?
Wait, what? Like... So you have a turn where you just
Creatures.
play stuff.
Yep, turn 9 seems pretty powerful.
I mean,
I don't know.
if you had any allied followers on board, you would attack with them first, so that's fine, right?
No.
This limits you from attacking with any storm or rush creatures, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you can basically just play your whole hand.
All the followers in your hand, yeah.
Wow.
Like,
Only issue I have with this card is that it literally plays into Bahamut. If they don't have a Bahamut, you win. Like,
It seems like you kind of just win unless they board clear you, right?
yeah. They're like just barf out a bunch of creatures and then
So
just
if
like...
wait, if you play if you have Daria, right? Daria
won't do anything.
Right, so the fanfare doesn't do anything. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So you just play a bunch of like huge creatures. You just play like a bunch of Bahamuts and stuff. You play like 3 Bahamuts.
So I mean, okay, so Themis destroys you, Bahamut destroys you, like, but is there other things? Like, what else are you scared of here?
That's it. Those are the 2 cards you're scared of, basically.
I mean, that's kind of a small subset, isn't it?
Yeah, considering that, yeah, it's a pretty powerful effect. It is 9 mana.
Huh. I mean, it seems good. You're pretty all in, though.
Pretty all in, yeah.
But it seems like it would work.
If you're not playing against a Bahamut deck.
You have to have a bunch of... I mean... high-statted creatures. Hopefully.
You play like
right?
Flame Destroyer, right? You play Flame Destroyer, you play...
Also, keep in mind, like, even if they have Bahamut the next turn, you don't have to play these creatures. Like that turn that you play the word wielder.
That's true. It makes them all free. It's true. It makes it all free.
No,
you
I
can just
thought I thought they get their original cost back after the turn, right?
Oh, these effects will last. Oh yeah, that's true. All of the effects will last until the end of turn. So yeah, those creatures would go back to their normal cost. Interesting card. I don't really know what to think about it, considering
I think it'll be played for sure. I mean, it's got to be a win condition a lot of the time, right?
yeah.
Seems good, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, seems really good. Okay.
Yeah.
6 mana, 6/6, hulking giant.
Garnock. Interesting. Oh man.
What's that other card that's really similar to this? It's like Crystal Golem, I think.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but this card's a little bit better than Crystal Golem. It's bigger for sure.
Yeah, I definitely think it's better than Crystal Golem, but
You gotta look under.
or no,
Runecraft,
it's
I think,
Gem
eh?
Golem.
Oh, yeah, Gem Golem. Yeah, right there. Yeah, it could be huge, because Earth Sigil does get a lot of random Earth Sigils in their hand. I like it. It gives Earth Sigil like a real threat, like whereas before they didn't have like a real finisher. This is like a potent Earth Sigil finisher, so I like it.
I don't like it. I think you're overcommitting too much into one creature.
Earth Sigils are like so they just get it though. They have so many ways to get Earth Sigils.
Okay, but
It's
if you're
like,
playing an Earth Sigil deck, then you need them, right?
like sometimes, yeah, but sometimes, like even if you just have one Earth Sigil in your hand, it was a 6 mana 8/8, which I think is already good enough.
Yeah. I think if you have one, then it's fine.
Thing
But-
is, like Earth Sigils are one cost, so you can just like, yeah. I think this card's pretty solid.
I guess it's
I
hard
think-
to remove, right?
I like this
Yeah.
card. It's
In the
hard to
raid
remove.
deck, this is a very legitimate threat.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, I'm kind of biased because I play like Lurching Corpse and stuff, so it just seems really weak. But yeah.
Dude, man, your Lurching Corpses are gonna be fucking at a premium this next fucking expansion, honestly. But yeah,
Like it's bad against that stuff, right?
it's bad against that stuff. It's bad against Bahamut. It's bad against like stuff that just like destroys everything. You know what I mean? It's just like. But at the same time, you know, classes that won't be using that will have a hard time dealing.
Yeah,
with
they
this
might
card.
have a hard
It really
time.
doesn't have to even worry about Bahamut though. 6 cost? Like
Yeah,
that's
6 cost.
that's
Yeah, it's
really
cheap.
nice.
Very cheap. Yeah, it's very cheap. I think this card
6 costs and
it-
like
it might-
4
it might-
cards.
it might give one card. All you need is one card, honestly, and I think it's very well costed with one sigil.
Okay.
I think this card is what Earth Sigil, the Earth Sigil archetype used to kind of push it across the border of like tier 2 to tier 1. Like this is a pretty good card, I think.
Okay. 8 mana 4/4 Elder Mage of Dragon Lore. Fanfare, summon a dragon. A dragon's a 5/5, right?
Yeah. And a Windblast is a 5/5 storm.
Okay.
This is another card that I think makes Earth Sigil a contender. Like, even if it didn't summon a Storm Dragon, it's like 9 mana for 8, which is not bad. And
8 mana for a 9/9. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty solid.
Yep.
I don't like it that much, but I'm not too clear on the Runecraft stuff. I mean,
Like, well, because it's
I'm just trying to think like if they
These are
have
Earthright cards.
yeah, but if they have a big creature on board, like you're not gonna be able to kill it with a 5/5, right?
It's just the thing. I think the main problem with Runecraft is they lacked ways to kill people quickly. They lacked finishers. Like a Runecraft right now, or the Earth Sigil Runecraft right now, relies on playing relies on swarming the board with like 3/3 wards for 2 mana, and then like trying to kill you that way. They didn't have like a legitimate finisher like that can just like, oh shit, I have to deal with this card right now, right? And I think these cards, like this card and the previous card, really kind of addresses that issue that Earth Sigil Runecraft had. Like they just didn't have like that oomph card. They had a lot
like
of like
hit
good
face
roll-
for 5. Is that what they need?
They just they had a lot of ways to control the board and a lot of ways to like kind of create like a bunch of dorks, but they didn't have a way to really like just threaten someone like just straight up with like a bunch of power. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And like these two cards really address that. And I honestly like this card and the other card, like though pretty expensive, they do kind of address that. And you know, I'd be curious to see what really experienced Earthright players will do with this. Like I my experience is only just like what I see on the ladder, right? And how I beat Earthright is because they just don't have that oomph, right? Like they're playing a bunch of like dorks,
Bunch of golems, right?
bunch of golems, and I'm like, okay, all right, yeah, it's a lot of golems, but like they're not like gonna kill me like in 2 turns, right? Like they need like cards that are just gonna all of a sudden just like, okay,
Yeah,
this
this thing comes in pretty hot, I guess.
yeah, this comes in hot, you know? Yeah, so
Feels a little
Like,
overpriced, though.
it is a little,
Could be maybe
it's-
7 mana, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. 7. It's hard to make that conclusion, but I do like what this card is trying to do. In addition with what the other card is doing, honestly, if you could place, like, the thing is, why I like this card is 8 is because if you play 6 and 7, you play the Hulking Giant and then you play this card, it's kind of like it might be a bit too powerful on curve. You know what I mean?
It's a lot of stats, yeah.
Yeah. All of a sudden, you just like play like 8 and then you play like 9 and 7. It's just like, okay, that's a bit excessive.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
6 mana spell. Mutagenic Bolt. Flame Rats. Okay. Transform an
You gotta
enemy
go-
follower into a
You
flame
gotta go
rat.
you gotta go to the end of this section here to see what flame rats are.
Oh, man. Okay.
Interesting. Pretty funny.
Put this up.
Pretty cute. Deal 1 damage to both leaders. What is this? Is this like a
It's an odd card.
very odd card?
Because there is already a couple cards that turn creatures into snowmen, right?
But these are flame rats, man. They do something different.
Yeah,
Look at-
and like doing damage to the opponent, just making creatures into flame rats.
Okay.
Some decks can't deal with that.
So,
The only reason I don't like this is that it gives your opponent the first access to this, right? Like, so their opponent has access to the flame rats first, right? Because you're paying 6 mana for it, there's a good chance that that's your turn, and then so then that means actually it transforms all your enemy followers. It doesn't transform all followers.
so it's, I mean, it's like a Themis, right?
Kind of.
It gets around death rattles, right?
Yeah.
Last words,
Yeah.
which is nice. But yeah, like you said, you're gonna get hit in the face for, 2 or 3 or however many creatures they have, and then he's gonna have a chance to kill you or something, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a lot of damage, right? Because it's probably only 2 or 3 damage, right?
This is like a really interestingly balanced rat. You know what I mean?
Worst case scenario, you take 10 damage, which is still pretty scary.
I mean, it's
Wait,
worse
worst
than
case?
it's worse than Themis, right?
If it's like, if they have 5 creatures on the board, you turn them all into 1/1 flame rats. Take 5 from attacks, and then another
Yeah.
5 from
Right.
additional, which is still a lot.
That is a lot of damage. I mean, if you're playing
That's
some kind of aggro sword and you're relying on this to save you, it's probably not,
yeah,
right?
it's not gonna save you.
It's Runecraft, yeah. It's not gonna, yeah. So this is good against, I guess, like slower decks, right?
Yeah.
That plays big creatures, like you want to kill like a bunch of like Aurelias or front guard generals or.
So 2 conditional, right?
This could see play though. I don't necessarily hate it, but
I mean, when do you want face damage on their hero is when you're pushing, right?
I think we shouldn't look at it that way so much. As we should just look at the fact that it's kind of like a thing that just kills all your opponent's creatures. Like you want to be able to kill a board of creatures that are otherwise more important than a 1/1 that deals
Board of
damage to both
Mordecai's.
Yeah, but the problem is, like, the comparison is really, I think it's Rhineland.
Ooh,
And,
Rhineland's a little bit different though. Rhinewind is kind of like
it takes a little bit of spell boost, but it's
Yeah.
kind of the same kind of deal.
well, Rhinewind only ever bounces
What's this
one
thing?
creature. I'm pretty-
I think it's a rhyme.
It's a Runecraft. Rime.
Oh, rhyme.
Yeah. Yeah, this card. It only returns one. Kind of like that.
Not exactly though. Yeah.
But this card is kind of like, I feel like, yeah, it's really good against Shadow. It's really good against, creatures with more relevant
Death
text
wishes.
than just, yeah.
I mean, it's
more-
the Death Wish stuff, right? Like,
even wards, like imagine if you're an aggro deck,
Yeah.
right? Like if it's like a Daria rune deck, and then you just turn all your opponent's wards into 1/1s that ends up actually just doing like 2 damage to themselves. It's like kind of a.
does
I could see-
Runecraft need to board clear this badly? Like
I don't
this,
think it-
this looks to me like I'll take it because there's no other options. Like kind
There
of
is really no
AoE.
other options, but the thing is, it also pushes damage onto the opponent too, right? It's not just hitting yourself or face; it hits.
Yeah,
every
but if your opponent's flooding the board, why do you need face damage? Like, you need
I
face
could just
damage
see
if
I could
you're
see this
pushing,
more-
right?
I
Not
could-
the other way
yeah,
around.
I could see this being as like a way to like push more damage onto your opponent. It's like it's kind of
Yeah,
a wrath.
I just don't see. I don't see it because if you're aggro, you're flooding the board, right?
Yeah, but this doesn't. This only transforms enemy followers.
Yeah,
It doesn't
but-
transform everyone.
But that means his board is cleared because you can only flood if his board is cleared, right? So, are you control or aggro using this?
Honestly, I can kind of see both. It's kind of flexible in that
Yeah.
way. Like, you can kill a bunch of.
But if you're aggro, you can trade him out and win like that. And if
Yeah.
you're control, you don't need face damage. So I don't see where you ever use this.
True, it is a bit conflicted. Yeah, I agree with that. All right, this is a very weird card. I don't really understand it. This card. What the hell is this card?
So
I
it
see
fills
draws.
both players' hands.
Seems good. I like it.
This is like divine. What's it called? The paladin card.
Divine Favor.
Yeah. So you want to
Kind
spend
of.
your hand really fast, where
Yeah.
your opponent doesn't, right?
Yeah. Kind of narrow. Like, I don't want to give like an aggro deck an extra 7 like draw till 7. That's kind of insane. If you're like playing against like a very fast deck and you also play this on turn 5.
No, but you would only put this in the fastest deck, right? So you'd play your whole deck of like 1, 2, 3, 4s maybe, and then this would be like the highest cost card in your deck, right?
Yeah.
And then you'd play this on
Which
5
is-
to get to your
honestly,
refill.
I could see like an interesting kind of like maybe like a Daria with. I don't know, man. This card is weird. Like, this effect is very double-edged sword. You know what I mean?
I don't think it's double edged.
What? Because your opponent can draw until 7.
No,
Like,
but
7
you're-
is a lot.
Like, you just have to be faster than your opponent, and then you get advantage off of it.
I mean, most opponents are gonna want to be playing cards, right? Like, no opponent's just gonna be holding their.
No, a lot of
hand for,
control
like-
decks hold hands.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like in this game you still want to be playing cards. Like, you don't want to just be like passing every turn, not doing anything with your PP for like the first 5 turns. It's like you still want to be playing cards.
Yeah, but if you play like 3 cards on turn 3, then you're gonna get more value off this, right?
Just, like, Runecraft doesn't really like, it can do that with spell boost, but
Yeah. I feel like this has a lot of potential, but it's very specific. But
yeah, it's
in
narrow.
the right deck, it's going to be a 3-of.
Some kind of super aggro thing
Thing
when
is,
you use it, right?
I just feel like Runecraft doesn't really have
Yeah.
that right now.
It doesn't
It
feel
doesn't-
super Runecrafty.
I feel like this is like this is a door that they're gonna start going through. And I mean,
Really?
it's one of those things that
Could be,
like,
yeah.
other decks they just can't manage because Runecraft just has so many efficient abilities.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like they get 7 cards, and it's like, okay, what do you do with that? And sometimes you can't capitalize on that, being the opponent against us.
It'd be like Magic Missile without draw a card. You just play like a ton of these things, right?
What, like Angelic Snipe?
Yeah, you just if you get like enough different cards that are like Angelic Snipe, then you could play this, right?
Yeah, maybe. I
So
don't know.
maybe in future
I'm
expansions
a little-
this will
I'm
come
a
into
little
play.
skeptical.
Yeah, so right now it doesn't seem like the cards are there, right? But
Yeah, but it could. Yeah.
later on.
Yeah, maybe.
9 mana, 4/4. Man, they love their 9 mana, like 9 mana,
This is-
4/4s.
This is spell boost though, so it can reduce the cost.
Okay.
That's pretty solid.
So what is this, like a what's that, death dragon?
Really similar to that other one. I don't
Like
really know why
Tempest.
they even made this.
Lightning shooter?
That other one. No, not lightning shooter.
Death dragon, right?
I think he's talking about Death Dragon. No, Death Dragon. You're thinking about Dragon Warrior.
No. The 7
Could
mana
even,
shoot for
I could
4.
even
Oh,
be
Dread
thinking
Dragon.
Blood.
Dread dragon?
Like, Blood's got a similar one for like 10 mana. Or no,
Yeah, but
5
this thing
mana.
is spell boost, man. This thing
Yeah.
could be much cheaper than 9.
The Blood one's 5 even.
Card's really good. I think this card is
I mean, if you spell boost, yeah. So if you Daria this, it costs 4?
yeah.
That's a really good 4 drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. I like the cost. I think it's pretty good for what it's costed, and
I mean, this
rare card.
fanfare will never be bad. Like,
No.
this is always super value fanfare. So,
Yeah.
yeah, good spell boost deck would probably run this card, I would think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yep.
Card. Interesting. And its sword. So it's like forged weaponry with you need to work for it though. I really like this as a one of in like Daria decks just because
I feel
You
like
only
it has a place, I just can't really see it.
I like this card as like a one of in like Daria decks, honestly, just because
It might give you the trade, right?
like sometimes like you know you only ever want this card once, right? You only ever want to see this card once, but when you do, it'll probably win you the game sometimes.
Win you the game. I don't
Like,
know,
I think,
man.
like, I
It
think
does.
a lot of times.
Seems pretty weak.
I just think a lot of the times like Daria lacks a lot of reach. Why they play like Demonic Grasp, and this card is just like reach on. Like I could just see like you like spell boost your hand to Oblivion, and then you play like a Blade Mage, and then you evolve it, and you play this on the Blade Mage, and then it's just like you kill someone with it. You know, I just
Yeah,
think
this
card's
is
like-
pretty good for a Blade Mage, I guess.
Yeah, like a
I think-
one of.
I think it's a really good one of. I don't think I would play more than one, but definitely I could see.
Because
playing
it's
one.
not good enough to play more
I think
than one.
I think this card is
right?
better than that 4 mana deal 3 damage to enemies or followers, and fucking Daria plays 3 of those. Usually, the good Daria lists I think play 3 of those, and this card I think is better than that card. Like you just Blade Mage and you play this and you play this on the Blade Mage, and then
Yeah.
it's just like
Okay. One of.
yeah, I think
I
it's a
agree.
good one up.
Alright. 2 mana 1/1 fanfare. Put a random card with spell boost from your deck into your hand.
Card's very good.
Yeah,
I
seems
think
good.
This card just seems really good
gonna
for
say
like the Dimension Shift decks.
and Goblin Mage for 3 is like that's like almost an instant 3
Yeah,
in so
I
many
like
decks.
any card that does this is pretty good, I think. That's a good.
So is
it's-
this Is this like the Widow, the Shadow Skull Cradle Widow?
It's a little bit better just because you can control through design. When you design your deck, you can control what the card gets, so you have more like knowledge about what you're getting.
You have a lot of spell boost cards though, right?
Sometimes.
Well, most of the Dimension Shift decks will play maybe, I want to say 4, so you have an idea of what you're getting. And you can design your deck so this card will always get this Dimension Shift, because there are very, different win conditions with Dimension Shift.
Yeah, this basically enables like another deck to be created where you only have like a 2 or 3 of one spell boost. Everything else is
Right.
not spell boost.
Yeah,
I
conditional.
mean, I don't know what that would be, but honestly, it
It's
does
not
open the
bad.
door for something.
It's like these kind of effects are pretty powerful.
Yeah, I've seen that trend in card games where conditional draw like ends up being abused, right?
It's like a tutor. It's like a tutor. Like you get to search your deck for something that you want.
Right, yeah, conditional draw, right? Tutor, yeah.
Yeah.
Even in like a regular spell boost deck, it's strong.
Yeah.
Nice to have. It's a nice card for the Runecraft arsenal, right?
It's like the maid leader, right? The maid leader only gets Albert, so you always
Right,
know
yeah.
all your maid leaders are Alberts, which is like really good.
Yeah,
That's good.
nice card to
Solid
have.
card. Yeah.
Won't be in all decks, but it will be in a very specific kind of deck, right? Okay,
Mordecai.
2 mana 2/2. Earthright, summon it again. Summon the same guy again.
Pretty good.
2 for 2 with an ability. I mean,
So perform Earthright means you have to have an Earthright on the board.
Yeah, you have to have
Yeah.
that amulet in play, yeah.
Like, is it? I haven't played it, so is it like hard to have one of those things down?
no.
Not really, no. 'Cause
You like, yeah, you like turn 1, draw a card, and have an Earthraid out, and then you turn 2 this. So even if they kill it, you basically just summon another 2/2.
yeah.
So
Like
yeah,
it's not terribly hard to have Earth.
It feels like not the greatest value, but really good tempo. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like other Earthright cards can get better value than this.
It's a bit small. The effect is a bit small for I think constructors, just getting a bunch of 2/2s, but at the same time,
Like, I feel like you wouldn't want to waste your Earthright to make it 2/2.
The thing is, I feel like sometimes like Earthright decks have a surplus of Earthright. They sometimes have a lot of Earthrights
Really?
in play. Yeah. But again, there is, I think most of the Earthright decks have enough uses for Earthright so that they can like use it.
Yeah.
This card's not
Yeah.
bad. This card's not
I mean, it's like, this reminds me of Carrot, right?
bad. Kind
Yeah,
of, yeah.
for sure.
And
yeah.
I feel like Carrot is just less hassle. Right?
Well, the thing is, Carrot, it returns to your hand, doesn't just.
yeah,
go
I
back
suppose
into
it's a lot
play.
more expensive in terms of play
Yeah.
points, right?
Yeah.
I feel like you can use your Earthrights on better stuff than this, though.
I don't know. From my experience, I feel like most Earthright players have a surplus in Earthright, or they have a lot of amulets in play and they don't have a ways to use it. And like this isn't a terrible way to use it, but I feel like just like the fact that they have those legendaries and those golds, I think those are better uses for Earthright than those in this card. But yeah,
Still,
not-
it's a
not
two
bad.
mana 2/2, right? So
Maybe this is just for Take Two too. This would make Take Two a little bit more interesting. Pretty good
Yeah.
Take Two card, yeah.
okay.
Make Runecraft a little better in Take Two. Or you can
See,
just use
this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is a way better Earthright, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh man, this
Add
thing seems
enemy?
insane.
Wow, it's not even like an enemy follower.
Yeah, you can do the face too.
This has
For
got to be a
4.
3 of in every Earthright deck. Like, look
Yeah,
at
I
this
think so
thing.
too.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I really don't think this should be a bronze. It should be like, arguably a gold.
See, this is the thing. I think they're
that's
trying
really
to make
strong.
Runecraft better in Take-Two, because Runecraft for a long time was like the worst, by far the worst class in Take-Two, and this card makes Earthright or makes like Runecraft so much better in Take-Two.
Oh man, this thing's a 5.
Yeah, this thing's really good.
Yeah,
Like, there's not much to be said
Okay.
about this card. This card's
Yeah.
obviously really good.
it just solid.
Interesting, very interesting.
Okay,
I
so
think
we've got
Again,
a
solid.
heal everybody.
Yeah.
Spell boost
Whoa,
restore
one
one more. Wow. I mean, that'll become a full heal and everything really quick, right?
On your creatures, yeah.
Which is not super valuable, I don't think.
But it's also well
But-
costed for its.
Yeah,
If
it's
you
too
have
bad
to-
it's not all allies, because if it was all
If it healed
allies,
face,
this would
yeah.
be
well,
this would be really good.
Come on, let's be reasonable here.
Well, we just see the last
The
one.
thing is spell boost, man. I mean, like,
I mean, come on, like
spell boost is a little bit different than Earthright. Okay.
Yeah.
Spell boost is like
Spell boost gets out of control.
runes
spell
getting
is out of
everything.
control. I think you can heal for like 10, and all of a sudden, like for 3 mana, it's like insane.
It seems okay.
No,
I don't think it's good enough.
I don't think it's good enough for constructive, but for Take-Two, I think it's pretty good.
Well,
I mean, 3 mana.
I mean,
2/3
a white mana 3, a white
it-
3 mana 2/3
it's one-
is good enough, I guess, right?
It's
Yeah,
one of those
yeah.
cards that you're not unhappy about getting, but you're not ecstatic about
You're
getting
not
either.
actively looking to play those cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not too excited.
All right. Okay. Next card. Oh, interesting. That's not bad.
That is not too bad.
4/3 ambush, basically.
Definitely not as good as that golem guy, but nah, actually I don't like it. It's too
I-
expensive.
Again,
There
I'm looking
has
at
to
this
be a
card for-
better card than
I'm
that.
looking for this card for at Take-Two right now. I think this card's really good for Take-Two.
The Earthright
That's
should
fine.
give +2/+2, right?
Come on, man, that's way too much. What, a 5/4
Okay,
for 3?
Is an Earthright more valuable than a play point?
Okay, dude, Earthright is it's not that hard to get in game. In like a dedicated Earthright deck, it's not hard to get an Earthright. Like they
Yeah, but
almost
it's-
always have Earthright to play, and if you play like a 3 mana 5/4,
3 mana 4/3.
that's
Like-
pretty good. With ambush, it's not just a 4/3; it's a 4/3 with ambush,
Yeah.
and that's like
Yeah, but a 4/3 is
feel-
not gonna get a favorable trade, I don't think.
I feel
Doesn't
like
matter,
a
it's just like a
6/5 threat that's ambush for 3
Yeah, that's
is
way too
pretty
good.
scary.
that's fucking insane, man.
Doesn't okay, well anyway, forget the 2/2, but +1/+1 ambush feels
Not bad.
super average, right? Not anything special.
It's not like insane, but it's definitely not bad. I think it's pretty solid. I mean, there's Earthright. It's not too hard to get Earthright. It's not like a
Okay.
ton of work.
Well, what are the what's the other 3 drop for an Earthright deck?
Well, just look at the 3 drops for Earthright. Well, they don't have a lot, but they have a.
Oh, this is like the same card almost.
3/4 for ward, right? Yeah.
3/4 ward is better. I want to say it's better a little bit.
It's a little bit better, yeah. Alright, whatever. This card's it's pretty solid. I like this card. I think it's pretty good. Next card.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, 2 cost is very well priced for that.
So it's a 2 mana draw 2.
2 mana draw, yeah, basically draw 2. over 2 turns.
That's
Just spells. Just spells though, not followers. Or not amulets or followers,
Yeah.
just spells.
If you're
draw-
drawing very specific spells,
draw a
it's
random
amazing.
spell is better than draw a card, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's targeted draw, which is like abusable, right?
Yeah.
So
The thing is though, Runecraft has to play a lot of spells, so it's not as targeted.
okay,
Yeah,
This-
but it's not using like Blaze or anything like that in a Dragon deck.
this is like the Haven draw card, right? Opinion?
I think Sacred Please better. Oh, that's different. That's the Falcon.
Oh, not Sacred
Sacred
Plea,
Plea.
yeah.
I think Sacred Please better in my opinion, but I don't know.
But it's
I
not,
think
right? It's slower. Well, it's 1 mana.
Very similar. Very similar.
similar, but yeah, it's kind of.
But Sacred Plea is played by
Yeah.
like almost every Haven deck, I think, right? But that's
that's
because it's
'cause
a
it's
1-drop, right?
It's because it's 1, right? And 1 and 2 are pretty big.
Very big,
differences.
very big difference there. So
Yeah.
I
This
mean,
card's all right.
this card is slow, right? You're gonna
Yeah.
get hit to the face a lot playing this card on two.
Yeah.
So can you really? I mean, can you really take like 4 face damage from a 2/2 and draw 2
Maybe.
cards? Like,
It could be good. I think this card has potential, but again, it's bronze. I don't know. People would probably play it, but I don't think I'd play.
2 mana draw 2 is very good though. Very good value.
I'm not a rune player, so I can't necessarily evaluate this properly. But
I think
not
it's
terrible.
very close to tier 2.
Yeah,
I could see
I
some it being played sometimes, right?
yeah, I can see it.
Definitely.
Another flame rat.
Flame Rat.
Go to
okay.
dragon. Yeah, the cards I know. Oh, this card.
Dragoncraft.
This card.
Ouroboros.
This card is like. I'm so happy they printed this card. Honestly.
I don't like that cost though, but then
Dude.
again, you boost out, so you
Honestly, like
your
I-
your
Wait,
eight
what?
mana
Put
is
another
like
one
our
in your
5
hand?
mana, right?
yeah, like I've been looking for a quality offensive 8-drop forever. Right now, the 8-drops that I play are Lucifer and Odin, and both of them are a little too defensive for my liking. And I like that the fact that this card is just like offense. You know, this thing is just like deal with it right now.
This is so
8
good.
This card is very good. I'm a huge fan of this card, and I would probably play 2 in my deck, in my dragon.
Wait,
deck.
how
I
is
think
this
card-
even fair? How is Dread Dragon supposed to compete with this thing?
Dude, it's not supposed to compete with this card. This card's a fucking
Like,
legend.
what's with the power creep? Is this not power creep? Look at this shit.
This thing's a basic card. Everybody like, it's not like it's
Whatever.
actually like nobody.
This
actually
is the
plays
most
Oh wow!
blatant power
4 to
creep.
an enemy or
Like
4 to any enemy? It's like, oh man.
Okay,
what?
Like
the thing is, we don't play Dread Dragon to begin with. Okay, Dread Dragon's a purely take 2.
So what you're saying? It's deserved power creep?
This is what we need. Okay, like I don't. If you play Dread Dragon in constructed, that's embarrassing as fuck. Okay.
that's a huge difference for 1 more mana.
Okay,
This
but
card-
Dread Dragon is close to playable. Like, come on.
Close.
I,
but
not-
I think Dread Dragon is playable,
this
and it's like
Dread Dragon is
Ouroboros
a very
is-
good take 2 card. I would not play this in constructed. And this card is free. Okay, so I'm okay with that. Okay, this card doesn't cost anything to craft. Okay, you get this card for free. You get Dread Dragon for free, so whatever. But this card, like I've been wanting a card like this. This is the kind of a card I wanted when I started playing Dragon. Was a card like this. It's like I'm so tired of playing Odins and Lucifers because these cards are just too damn like it's just
Neutral?
Not, it's just not. It's just you know, it's just not. They don't just like
They don't
just,
breathe
like,
fire enough for
They
your
don't, no, they just
dragonness.
don't like. They're just not aggressive enough. They're just like a little bit too like they're too reactive. This card is like I played it on turn 8 and like you deal with it. Deal with this card on turn 8 right now. Like when I play Lucifer on turn 8, it's like okay, I need to play Lucifer right now. It's a gain 4 life.
You're just
right?
gonna play it on turn 8 and be like, what you gonna do? Kill it? Haha. Like,
Like this card is just.
and then
I like
you
this.
gain 3.
why does it
like this
heal
too.
yourself?
Yeah, that's pretty
Like,
nice.
it
Because
doesn't.
Ouroboros, man. That's what Ouroboros is, man. It's just like The cycle. You deal
This
from
this
then
card
put
does
it
so
in your
much
hand.
stuff.
It's like it does a lot of shit. Yeah.
Does
No,
so
I
many
I was
things.
thinking that too. I'm like, you know, the 8 cost is one thing for like a forest deck or something like that, but for dragon, this is
Yeah,
like
man.
bread and butter. Like,
I want to power this thing up.
And his
man. I
stats
wanna-
are insane. Like
Yeah.
they're so good.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
It's like
probably
they-
gonna, like.
Like they have to kill it, but then if they kill it, that's like what you want because then you can hit something for 3 again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
No, I'm
scary.
a big fan of this card. Big fan of this card.
Okay, but what are you gonna
But not as
replace
big-
for this, right? Because you
I'm gonna
run
replace-
3
I'm gonna replace my-
Bahamut's and what
I run
else?
3 Odins and a Lucifer. I'm gonna replace probably a Lucifer and an Odin for this 2 of these cards. I would play 2 of these cards, but let's not. I don't want to spoil it. But I'm probably gonna replace all my 8 drops with cards from this new set. So we'll see.
Let's keep going.
This card. Oh, don't need to play Lucifer anymore. I could just play this card. It's just so much better than Lucifer.
5th.
Oh, so you can't boost ramp this card out, right?
Can't ramp this card out, but doesn't matter. You play this on turn 5, it's fine. I don't care. It's still like just super solid, well costed.
5
Does
mana,
everything
4/5 gain a play point. Oh man. Yep. It's pretty good.
Again, not a 3 of, but definitely I would run 2 of these cards.
Now that last word's gain a play point orb, is that a 3 mana 2/2 or what is
Yeah,
that?
it's a 3 mana 2/2. Yeah, Aiela.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
oh, shit. So this card is, I mean,
better.
Better
'cause
than
it's
that.
Fanfare instead of Death Rattle.
but
It's
it's also not losing out on the stats. Like a 3 mana 2/2
Yeah.
is losing out on this stats, right? But
This
this
isn't-
one
this
this
not.
one isn't.
and also that end text there.
Yeah.
End of
I
your
mean, so it's like a late game Unica kind of thing.
You can
But
play this on 6, and then you'll gain. You can play this on 6, and you'll still like gain life.
Yeah.
oh really?
It's
Yeah,
pretty
because you
amazing.
gain 1 life.
So
you gain
it
a
pushes
play
you
point.
into overflow, and that
Yeah,
like as soon
yeah.
as you play it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty sick. I
And
mean,
this card,
yeah.
not especially the art on this card.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, this card's really good. This is another really good card I like.
Oh,
This is really
sorry. Hold on. So, what other ramp do you play? Do you play those spells?
the Dragon Oracle, the basically Wild Growth. You play Wild Growth. and
Do you play any 5-drop spell?
Draconic Fervor? Yeah. Fervor, the silver card. Yeah. Like I would probably.
Would you
right now,
replace
I
it? Right.
run 3 of these right now. I probably run maybe 1 or 2.
Oh, interesting.
Again, it's 2.
This
two
one
cards.
also heals for 3. This is like a follower version of this card, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kind of, but you draw 2 cards, which is probably.
I think
better.
having the follower down is probably better, right? Like, and
Situation,
when you're
yeah.
facing an aggro deck, you'd run the
Yeah,
follower
mean,
down.
A 4 or 5 is nothing to scoff at.
Yeah.
Yeah. This card's really solid.
I mean, I'd probably replace Fervor
Literally-
with this, right?
I'm crafting like 3 of these the second this set hits. So yeah, it's gonna happen. I'm crafting like all these fucking legendary dragon cards when this set hits.
Okay.
Like this card too. This card's really solid. It's just a better version of
Other.
Brand.
Other means enemy and friendly?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Man, I wish I had that in Forest.
So,
God.
so turn 6. Let's say he has 2 guys down and he cleared you, right? That means this is a 3/5 storm,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is what is an imp whatever, right? The imp thing.
Imp think.
You know what's funny is like I would play this in Blood. I played in Forest.
It's an imp lancer, right?
It's,
With a bit more upside, yeah. Because if you have creatures and if you have more creatures, it's just bigger.
I mean, there's a rare occasion where Implancer actually like attacks another follower, but generally it literally just goes to the face.
Yeah. And this thing can go pretty hard if.
I mean, implants are.
Yeah.
It's definitely played, right?
Mm-hmm.
But-
It's played as a 3 of in pretty much every blood deck.
Really? Like, it doesn't seem that good.
It's a great finisher.
Yeah.
Because
But, like-
there isn't another storm to fill the gap.
Yeah, so you're playing it because there's no better option, right? It's not like a great
But
card.
It's good for blood. I mean, that's the thing. It kind of shows how strong this Phoenix Rider is. It's that much stronger than Implancer, which is already played as a 3 of.
I don't think it's that much stronger, but it has a higher ceiling.
I mean, the ceiling is what plus.
Well, it would have
8?
4 plus 5. So if like everybody had a full board, it'd be a plus.
Plus 8.
No,
plus-
but again, it's the same problem I had before, right? If you want Storm, it means you're going for face. If you're going for face, it means you have board control, right? So, like, why? I mean, I guess if you have a bunch of
It doesn't
creatures
mean
in
you're going
play,
for board control. This could be the finisher. Like if you've already
No.
done a bunch of damage, like this could
no,
be the
because
kill
aggro
sword.
decks get board control. That's the point, right?
No, aggro decks don't go for board control. They go for
They
face.
do.
They never
No,
attack
it's
opponents.
like 50. It's like sometimes 50-50. Like, sometimes they go for face, sometimes they go for board control. Sometimes they like sacrifice board control so they can go for face damage more.
Control decks control the board. Aggro decks only hit face.
Aggro decks trade out
Yeah, I
all
wouldn't
of
say
the
it's
other
only
stuff.
hit face, but there's definitely times where the deck it'll shift between going face and going board. But the thing is, I feel like aggro decks are more inclined to go on face. It's like maybe like 60-40, but sometimes you do want to trade the board. In any case, I feel like this card is like it's better than Seabrand Dragon. Seabrand Dragon is something that they were playing before in Storm decks. In like the aggro dragon decks, Seabrand. The dragon decks. It's better than this card, I'm pretty sure. It's just
Blows.
Maybe.
What turn is Overflow active? Turn
7.
6?
turn 7.
But you have ramp, maybe.
You don't play ramp and aggro dragon.
Yeah,
You
true.
just play. So, I think this is a better Seabrand dragon, or at least like a complement to it. So,
It's definitely an option. But
yeah.
I'm not really feeling the card, but I might be biased towards control. So
Now let's go to the next card. Ah, this card. This card is money. Look at this. At the end of your turn, it's not even fanfare. So every time you have an extra play point that you didn't use, it gets +1/+0.
4 mana 2/5 taunt.
If you play this on a 4/5, it becomes a. If you play this when you have 5 play points up, it becomes a 3/5, and anytime you play it later, it just gets more and more power. And I think this card is like pretty sweet. It's just super flexible. Just the fact that it happens at the end of your turn, rather than
It's a threat, right?
yeah.
Would you ever? Do you ever pass turn 5?
No, because you play this on turn 5. You play this on turn 5, right? So you spend 4 mana. And you have 1 extra, so then it becomes a 3/5. And then the next turn,
Yeah.
I don't think you'd ever just pass your turn 5. That'd be kind of aggressive. But
Make a 7 attack thing.
yeah, it'd be a 7/5.
I think this really plays into the how strong it can be if it's played when you have 10 mana orbs. And in that case, it's
Pretty strong.
That's pretty
and
strong. man.
what 8/5?
I'm a big fan
Yeah.
of this
So
card.
so this card is like it has enhance, right?
yeah. Except you don't have to spend mana. You just
Well, you're spending it.
in the sense that you're not using it.
Yeah,
but
you can't
just-
use it. It's like
thing
enhance
is-
for X, right?
Yeah.
Which is really flexible. And
Yeah.
honestly, this is like that forest card, right? It's a 4
Yeah.
mana taunt. I think that was a 2/5 as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I really like low attack, high defense wards. On turn 4, you evolve them, and it's like a huge middle finger to any aggro deck, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, seems really like the stats are just really good.
Yeah.
And honestly, that end of the turn gain attack thing is just icing, right? You don't even need to use it. And I don't know if you have a 5-drop, are you really gonna not play it to buff this guy? Probably not, right?
No,
so
yeah, you still play it. It's just you just consider anytime you don't use mana to make this thing stronger. It's just like
so you just look at it like an enhance, where if you top deck this guy, he's relevant, right?
Yeah.
Like you said,
Yeah,
if you
he's
top
very
deck him on
relevant.
turn 10, he's a huge threat still.
Yeah.
I mean,
which is very surprising for a 4 cost.
so he's just it's a really flexible card. Like it's almost never bad. Like you play him on turn 4, he's good. You play him on turn 10, he's good. So it's like
If you get it in your starting hand, do you keep it?
Depends. Against what I see on the other side, like it depends. Like against like decks, like I know they're gonna be slow. I'm probably not gonna keep it. But if it's against like a blood or a sword, I'm probably gonna keep it. But like a forest, blood, or sword, I'll probably keep this card.
really, really solid. Just
very solid
good
card.
anytime card, right?
Yeah.
I like that consistency. Really like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no! Where did we get this card?
Wow.
The price so high.
It's a big price.
Why is it all? Wouldn't just enemies be enough? Like, wouldn't that be? This can't be good. There's no way this can be good.
If you have Dracomancer's Rights, look up that card. Dracomancer's Right?
Oh, right. They have those. Oh, you might want to discard your hand, right? Right. Because you can take advantage of every discarded card,
The
right?
thing is, it's gonna kill all your shit, man. The stuff that take card.
What is it?
Dracomancers. DRACO. Dracomancer. This card.
Right, okay. But your late game has just gone to shit if you do that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This card's pretty bad.
It's
price.
funny though. It's really funny.
Big price.
No, what are some
Pick
of
it up.
those? What are some of those creatures that do
Wildfang
stuff?
But the thing is, it will kill the creature, so it won't get the effect. Wildfang
Oh,
Dragon.
yeah.
This card.
So you hit face for what, like 5 or something, right?
It's not even gonna hit face because it's gonna kill your guys, man. Actually, it probably
Wait,
will hit face,
does
but
it?
I think it'll hit face and then
It'll hit and then kill him, right?
Yeah.
Is this a finisher?
No.
I would really be very surprised if this was used.
This card is so expensive. It's just too pricey. Skip it.
Yeah.
Look at this card.
Maybe in the future, if there's some kind of like insane discard effect, right? Because
Yeah, maybe.
I look at this card as an activator, right?
Yeah.
You don't play it to board clear. You play it to activate your discard stuff,
Really,
right?
I would play. The thing is, if it discards, like, if you'd be like, oh, okay, discard this creature, you play it instead. It will still kill the creature if it has 5 toughness.
No, but you get the activated effect, right? Maybe that creature doesn't exist now, but in the future
I don't
there
know.
could
it
be
seems,
something.
It just seems so. Ugh.
No, but it's nice to have an activator, right? That's the
You
point
play
of it.
Altered Fate. Altered Fate is better.
Yeah, okay, sure. All right.
This card. This is what I'm talking about. This card is fucking.
Boom. Banish.
What?
Yeah.
This
That's
card
a
is so
lightning
good, right?
blast.
How do you feel about that, dude?
Dude, why don't they just call it like Ultima or something? Figure it out.
How does Shadow like this card?
No, I don't like that card. I just do not like that card at all. Oh man. It's really flexible too.
Yeah.
Yeah. They should have alternate art.
I can't believe they
Pokemon.
made that thing a gold card and this is a silver card. Can you believe that? Like, how does that work?
I don't know. I don't put too much stocks in the rarity. Like, it doesn't make a
Those-
difference to me.
Yeah, it's true. But this card is like
The question is, how
Like, I
many
don't have to play-
decks
I don't
can
play
actually
Odin's-
play it?
Dragon decks, man. Why?
Can they actually play it as like
Yeah,
can it
for
be more
sure,
than a
dude.
2-0?
Oh, okay, Neff
This
is
is-
at 8, man.
This is better than Odin, right?
This is better than Odin, yeah. This replaces the
For
Odins.
sure.
Yeah.
Like, Odin gives you a creature, but this can be played earlier, and it also can be played when you really need it later.
And you just gets rid of everything.
Yeah.
Enemies too. It's
Oh,
not even
man.
like everything. It's just like enemies only. It's like one-sided.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Like, this should be all followers, shouldn't it? What?
Yeah,
Why
probably
isn't
should.
this a platinum card?
This other card. What was I saying?
Dragon. You're thinking about the. you're
I don't
thinking
know.
about
That other card should have been.
the Dragon Slayer's price to discard your hand, right? Like just the previous card.
Yeah. This should be only enemy, right?
Yeah.
Then it would be reasonable. And
Why
then
make the Lightning Blast a silver card though? Like, shouldn't it be platinum for like how strong it is?
I don't know. I don't know, man.
who cares? Rarity doesn't mean anything. I mean, in Take Two, I guess it does, but whatever.
Take Two, this is not as good. It's really expensive. Constructed though,
Dude,
I'm
this
just looking.
I'd take this.
Can't wait till
In Take Two.
I can't wait till somebody urged like their Mordecai and stuff. after a
Dude,
Neff, and
fuck
I'm
you.
just-
Okay. Venomous Pussworm?
Pussworm.
what's a pussworm?
I don't know,
Okay.
man. I don't think that's a word.
Alright. 5 mana 4/5 standard stuff. At the end of your turn, randomly discard one of the lowest cost cards in your hand and gain +2/+2. Wow. That
Looks like a
is
6/7
really
deck.
strong, isn't it? I like that.
You can evolve it and then hit something, and then
Oh
it'll become
man,
like
it's
a,
huge.
it'll become like an 8x whatever you killed.
Like these discards, right? They're so tempo. Like it's crazy tempo, right?
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I like it.
This card's pretty big. This card's huge.
That is so hard to clear off. Turn
Yeah, and it's nice
5.
that it's that nice 5 cost, you know? So you can play 2 cards that turn at 10.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah,
No, this card's pretty big.
seems quite good.
Yeah.
I mean, turn 5, you're probably gonna evolve it because you usually evolve around there, right? And then
Yeah.
you have an 8/9 rush. Oh my gosh.
Well, not rush. It'll be a 6/7 rush, but then the end of turn it'll heal too.
Okay,
'Cause it
yeah,
has-
sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So it'll be a 6x basically. It'll
Which
be
is
a
good
6.
enough. It's gonna kill something
Gonna kill something and probably
Yeah.
and
gonna
then
take some
get
effort.
buffed.
I don't know how aggro decks will deal with something like this, other than like a direct removal.
Or push faced. Like they just have to ignore it. really.
And they're like, "Oh my god, get him!"
Yeah, they better win. Like, before she gets really serious.
Okay, 5 mana 4/4. Deal 1 damage to all other followers. Enhance 8. Deal 3 damage instead. That seems
It's just
really
pop-
good.
Yeah.
That's
it
a-
does
that's a
get
nice
your
board clear.
Followers though.
Yeah, that's fine though.
The creature, man. It should be all other.
Wow. That seems. I mean, it reminds me of Baylor, kind of, but except way better because it's not
Baylor, yeah.
it's not a death rattle, right?
The fanfare, yeah. Well, Belor is 6, and this thing would be enhanced for 8.
But an 8 cost 3 damage board hit is like pretty good.
Yeah.
You got a creature too. Like that's really good.
I
isn't it?
could see playing a one of in this in like a constructed deck for sure.
The question is on turn 8. Do you? I mean, on turn 5, you probably do not want a deal 1, right? That's not usually going to be super useful.
Could be good, like fairies and just you know, I wouldn't mind playing this to kill like a couple creatures off if like they traded earlier or something like that. You know what I mean? It's not terrible.
But it's not usually going to be what you want, right? It's going to be good sometimes, but not good most of the time, I feel like.
Yeah.
And on turn 8, dealing 3 damage. Is that good enough? I mean, 3 damage is pretty good.
You're gonna ramp it, right? So it's gonna be maybe a little earlier than 8. But it's I think it's good, but I wouldn't play more than 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like the enhanced 8 is like enemy turn.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a huge blow to most.
But it's fine. It's all right. Give it up.
Yeah. Okay. A 1-of. 2 mana 2/2. Evolve. Give an allied follower Storm of Overflow is active for you. Oh my god. See, this is what you want for that forest card.
Yeah.
But I mean, for Evolve, that's a weak Evolve.
Yeah, that's pretty weak. Doesn't evolve.
Sure, yeah, it works with the one like hit the face and kill them. Like,
But it's a dragon card. It doesn't work.
yeah, it should be neutral. If it was
I want
neutral, yeah, it'd be insane. I'd play like 3 of it.
Anomaly, man.
No, but it's not. It's a dragon card.
Yeah, no.
So sad.
It should have been neutral.
Come on.
Should have been
No.
neutral.
I mean,
No, it shouldn't be.
obviously
And
we're
we're gonna
kidding.
use
We do
it,
not want
right?
that in
Like-
the game.
Yeah, we don't want that.
We do not want that
Yeah.
shit happening.
Yeah, this is the emo as fuck. Maybe we should-
Absolutely want.
So the question is, what does Dragon have that's like Anomaly?
doesn't
You were-
have anything like that.
It doesn't have anything. This
Well, I
card
mean,
is almost
Like
dead
all the
in
all the
Dragon.
creatures that are huge, it already has Storm. Like
Yeah,
Genesis
it has that
Dragon and
Genesis,
Storm
right?
and
Yeah.
like and fucking Forte.
I mean, are you
Yeah.
gonna play Bahamut and then add like?
I would. Thing is,
No.
I would never play this card in a Bahamut deck. Like I
Yeah.
just don't want to card like this in a Bahamut deck.
because you can never use it with that. So
yeah.
I literally feel like this was mixed up and it was supposed to be in Forest.
Come on, man, get
They,
over
like,
it.
They put it
You
in,
should not put
in
this in
Dragon
Forest.
as a mistake.
so what Dragon 8 drops?
Just like Inferno Dragon. That's it. Oh yeah, there it is. Inferno Dragon. Like that's the only card that's like
Wow, this thing is white as.
this is vanilla.
I mean,
No.
how much
like,
is Genesis? 9?
10.
10?
10. Yeah. No, this card is meh. It'd be kind of interesting in like Take Two, but I can't say. I honestly I would not look to play this card in a constructed deck, especially in a deck that plays Bahamut or like a control deck. I wouldn't play this. I would not want to play this card in a control.
It just
deck.
doesn't. There's no combo, right? There's nothing there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hippocampus. Interesting. But loses ward if you evolve it.
Why is it called Hippocampus?
I don't know.
It's like a horse, like sea serpent, Pegasus. Like,
Well,
where's the hippo? Like,
First
it's
of all,
in.
hippocampus is like isn't like part of your brain.
Yeah, that's part of your
Yeah,
brain, but
it makes no sense.
that also doesn't make sense, right?
I don't know.
doesn't seem good.
What is this? Evolved doesn't have word. I've never seen these parentheses before.
It's interesting because then like it evolves when you evolve it becomes bigger. Like it gets a plus on stats, right? It gets plus 4 plus 2.
Oh. Plus 4 plus 2 and a negative effect. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Take 2 card.
Ooh, 5 mana 3/5 ward is pretty bad.
Take 2 card right here. Not a constructed card.
Though if you evolve it, it's better than other cards, right?
It is, yeah, for certainly.
I mean, and often you evolve around turn 5, don't you think?
Yeah, so I guess
So-
this is a very good
Yeah,
take 2 card.
even for a bronze, though, I'm sure we've seen better cards.
I would not
for,
put-
for a bronze. Doesn't matter what rarity it is. Doesn't matter. I mean, what's your 5-drop?
In Constructor right now, Sybil, that the one you just saw, the legendary. That's what's gonna be when this comes out.
What was that?
The gain play point. This card. That's my 5-drop.
Yeah.
That and Fina. I like Fina more than that card.
Yeah, so you lose like 1 attack.
I play Fina over that card.
I mean, this thing evolves into a 6/7.
Yeah, but it does more than just stats,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is getting a play point orb and evolving into a 6/7 is way better than evolving into a 7/7,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? So, yeah.
Yeah, that card is mama.
Not big in the hippocampus. All right.
This card, though.
Aqua Nerd.
Big fan. Aqua Nerd? I'm a big fan of the Aqua Nerd.
What's the Megalorca?
The 2/2.
Just white?
Mega Lorca. No, it's like a dragon card. It's a train. You won't see it in because it's like a. It's not actually.
Like a 2/2, yeah.
But the
like
thing
a-
is, it's affected by Neptune. Look up Neptune.
Yeah, I mean, 3 mana for a 3/3 power is good.
Yeah, 3 mana 3/3 is good.
Doesn't really need a
See,
need
when
mana.
you evolve it, it evolves all your Mega Lorcas. So you could play this on 7, and then play this like on 10. You play this and this, and then you get like 2 4/4s and a 5/5.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it's a turn 10 thing. Okay.
And
Could
you're,
be.
you're already
But I
playing
think-
Neptunes, right? Like, how many do you have?
No, I don't. I actually wouldn't play this card in like a control deck, but I would play this in like an aggro deck with Ina. I think this card's good with Ina. The gold storm creature. Where it depends on how many creatures you have in play. It's a spoiled card. It's not actually legal right now.
Oh.
That gold card. I think this card is really well costed. I like it in an aggressive deck, but I wouldn't play it in a control deck.
Well, 3 mana 1/1/2/2 is pretty good. I think,
Yeah, it's pretty
right?
solid. Yeah, it's solid.
And
Very
then
solid.
if you're playing
Neptune,
Neptune, then
it's
that's a re-
it's icing.
that's a pretty sick turn 10 play, isn't it? Because I mean, if you have an evolve point,
Yeah, that's why
'Cause-
it's like kind of.
I mean
You'll get-
that's so much stuff on board. That's a so you have a 5/5 rush, a
4/4
1/1, and
And
two
two
4/4s. Two
Yeah,
4/4
rushes.
Yeah. Right. Like that's insane. For turn 10. right?
Okay, Bahamut's insane. That's all right.
Dude, that's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of rush. Like that's a board
Yeah,
clear.
it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's not bad. I was
That's a
thinking
board
about
clear
that.
on turn 10, right? That's
Yeah.
and having all those creatures is better than a 13/13, right? So I mean, unless they die, but they're probably
Oh,
not.
come on. A 13/13 that destroys everything as it comes into play is a little.
No. But
Well,
you're
it's not
gonna
just
destroy
a-
everything because you have 3 rush creatures, right?
The thing is, like, you're gonna have to trade.
You're gonna have to
It's probably-
trade, right?
You're gonna have to trade. It's not gonna just be clean kills.
Yeah,
through
and it
everything.
also costs 2 cards, whereas Bahamut's only 1
Yeah.
card. So,
Yeah, and yeah, it's powerful. Don't get me wrong, but I think this card just by itself is good. Though.
Yeah, it's good to see play for sure.
just on turn 3 by itself, yeah.
Yeah, turn 3 by
Pretty
itself
good.
is good. Yeah. Cressel's also not bad.
Wait, what? This card is really good.
Bane and can game.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is really good, isn't it?
A 3 mana 2/2 Bane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd play a 3 mana 2/2 Bane.
Constructed or
I
into
mean, Blood
Constructed.
gets the same kind of deal, right? With the werewolves. But I mean, with Vengeance, you get 2 werewolves with Bane.
The Alpha Wolf.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Card is alright. I don't think I'm not a fan of playing a bunch of 3-mana 2/2s, but
Really
Yeah,
good
not a
overflow
constructed.
effect though.
really good overflow effect. It's like
It-
Ruthless Assassin, but
Yeah, it's a fine like take 2.
I think it's a really good take 2 card. I don't know how much of it would be good for constructed though.
Really? Okay.
And this card, embarrassing.
When I first read this, it actually sounded not bad.
Just turn 7, draw a card. 1 mana,
Yeah.
draw a card.
But it's like turn 1. Doesn't it get you like 5 cards?
Wait, where are the parentheses on this sentence? Like,
Wait, I'm pretty sure you don't just play this on turn 1 and then you gain 2 life and draw a card. I think.
Yeah, every
No,
turn you
no.
draw a
No,
card.
you
and
you
gain
don't.
life.
I think you have
that
to
would
have
be OP as fuck, right?
Well,
I
that's
think
what I'm saying.
No,
right?
you would have to have overflow active before that effect comes into play.
Well, this sentence is pretty ambiguous, so
Well, to me, when I read it, I'm like, okay, you played on turn 1.
and it's
then you
dead on
proceed
turn
to
7.
Gain 2
Like-
life and draw a card every turn until over.
No, there's no
Like,
way.
It sounds
Yeah.
OP as fuck.
That would be way too good if that was the case.
For
Yeah.
bronze? Yeah.
I'm
But
pretty
what
sure
is this some ESL stuff? Because that's how. If I was gonna write that card, I would write it like this. So
I'm pretty sure this is just like if you have on turn. It. I don't know.
I mean,
There's
to
gotta be
me,
something.
it's like every turn, at the start of your turn, do this, right?
Yeah.
And because it's like destroy this amulet if it's turn 7. Like that's what it looks
Yeah.
like to me.
That's what it looks like to me. And it, I mean,
But
Three
like you're
turns
saying,
in, it's
there's
so
no way because
insane.
that would be way too strong, right?
That
yeah,
would be way too good if that was
like
the case.
this thing should not be a 1 cost.
So this is a turn 7 heal 2 draw
Yeah.
card.
Yeah.
That's what it is, right?
That's what I think. Yeah. 'Cause there's
Which-
no way. Which is very.
But
style.
if it's it only works when overflow is active, then you wouldn't play it, right?
Yeah.
Because it's just way too conditional, right?
I don't think this card is very good. But
Yeah.
if it was
No, it's just not good because it's not like that,
if
right?
it is as it's
There's no
said,
way.
man, it is an instant 3 of.
This card
is
insane if that was the case. Wait, are we going on? Are we continuing?
Yeah, we could probably stop there.
Alright, let's
for this
stop.
one.
Let's take a break.
Yeah.